guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I'm going to be doing a little Q&A. These questions were emailed to me from a brand new realtor in Maryland named Nikki. I wrote the questions and then my answers out on the phone, so probably gonna be looking at my phone a little bit here. So the first question is there a certain planner that I should be using to stay organized? And I don't think there's like a certain planner. I think if you just get a planner that you love and keep it with you all the time, I don't see why that wouldn't work for you. What I do to stay organized personally is I do have a just a little planner that I keep in my car at all times from TJ Maxx. They have super cute ones. What I do is, so typically I plan my week about a week or so beforehand. So I'll go to the notes in my phone, the notes section, and I'll say, I'll create a new note for each day of the week. And I'll say, for example, Monday. And then at the top of the note. And then I'll write all of the things that I need to get done that day, like conference calls, phone call appointments, listing appointments for sale by owner viewings, whatever it is, all, everything that has a set time it needs to be done, like everything that's actually an appointment, like I have to show a house at noon, I'll put that there first with the time. And then after that, I will put in kind of in between my appointments, I will fill it in with the things that need to be done that day, like sending property disclosures to a buyer's agent, or, you know, lowering a price on a listing or whatever it is. I will kind of plan, so I don't plan like a specific time for those other things that need the little tasks that need to be done that day, but I will put them in kind of the order that I'm going to do them in, if that makes sense. So I'll show you an example. So this day, it only says until 11 because I didn't fill it out, but if you can see here, I said Monday and then 8 a.m. appointment, stuff to do in between, and then 11 a.m. appointment. So that's just what works for me. I've honestly been doing it like that the entire time I've had my license, and that's really how I stay organized. And then the second question that she asked was, I want to do open houses for other realtors until I start getting my own listings. That's awesome. Is there any giveaways that I should have at my open house? I'm ordering door hangers. Is there any special information I should have on my door hangers besides my business card? Okay, so as far as giveaways go, I know some states have different rules about what you can and cannot do at a giveaway at an open house if you're a licensed realtor. So I don't know what it's like in your state, so be sure before you do anything, research that. But something that I've done, and I honestly don't do open houses a whole lot, so I'm probably not the best person to ask about this, but something that I have done, I don't do this every time I have open houses, but something I've done is I have a cardboard box that has a little like a slit cut out, and it says like enter drawing here, and then I just cut out little pieces of paper that have ask for the people's contact information, and then if they put their contact information on the paper and then put the paper in the little drawing box, then they'll be entered to win a gift card. And what I found is that when you just ask buyers for their contact information at an open house, and you say like, oh, the sellers, you know, it's for their safety, they need you to sign in and get your information. The buyers are, first of all, a lot of times buyers will give you wrong information because they don't want to be spammed. But even if they don't give you wrong information, it's probably not going to be very legible, is what I found. So it's like, what's the point if you can't even read it? But when you do a drawing, it's going to be legible because they want to, you know, like how else, if you can't read their handwriting, how are you going to get a hold of them when they win their gift card, if that makes sense? I hope that made sense. Anyways, okay, so as far as, where was I? Okay, as far as door hangers go, it depends, I think, on what you're doing with the door hangers. If the purpose of the door hangers is to pass out around the neighborhood, around the open house, then I would say something like, you're invited to an open house, and then, you know, say the information, where it's at, and all of that good stuff. And then I would also make sure that you say on the door hanger that something to the effect of, we just listed your neighbor's house at X price. Contact me if you would like a free market analysis to know the updated value of your home. So that's what I would say on the door hangers. Maybe not word for word, but something like that. And then the third question is, I'm learning to be tech savvy, LOL. I like your idea about getting info from HGTV. Thank you. I have started a Facebook ad. Is there any particular verbiage I should use to attract first-time home buyers? Right now, I just use first-time home buyers. It's still time to take advantage of programs to purchase your home. Okay, so first of all, it's awesome that you're being tech savvy. I mean, we kind of have to be nowadays if you know, in real estate, so that's really awesome that you're doing that. So one thing that I would say that in ads that catches buyers' attention is something that I start off my ads with a lot is paying $1,000 a month in rent. You could be paying less on your mortgage payment and forcing yourself to save because you're building equity and sheltering income, or just something like that, basically, because basically the two things that I try to get across to buyers when I do ads online is, one is that, okay, so buyers a lot of times think that buying a home is going to cost a lot more than renting, and they don't realize that they could actually be paying less every month, like paying themselves rent basically, than paying, you know, throwing away their money. So I like to get that point across and let them know, like, you actually could be saving money. Another thing I like to get across to buyers in online ads is because I'm always shocked about how many people think that there's absolutely no way they could get a loan, when in reality they haven't even tried, and they just kind of assume that they wouldn't get qualified. But you might be able to. I mean, there are programs right now, like there are loan programs where you can put absolutely no money down. So that's another thing I like to a point that I like to get across is that, you know, if you haven't tried getting approved for a loan, you might be able to get approved, even if you think that you can't. I mean, last year I sold a house to two people who worked at Dutch Brothers. I mean, they weren't even managers. So if they could buy a home, you could probably buy a home. So I'm just saying, like, at a minimum wage job, like, you might be more likely to qualify for a home loan than you think. It might surprise you. So that's something that I like to get across to buyers. And then something else that I always say to, you know, friends and people that I know that are maybe thinking about buying a home sometime soon, because this isn't something I wrote down, but I'm shocked by how many people think that when you buy a house, you're absolutely stuck with it. Like, oh, if I buy a house and I have a 15-year mortgage, I'm stuck in that house for 15 years. I'm tied down. Or if I have a 30-year mortgage, I'm tied down for 30 years. And that is so not true. I sold a house to a couple exactly a year ago from now for $185,000. And now, a year later, they're selling it for $265,000. Okay, so you're not stuck with the house. Buying a house is an investment. And I know something else that I hear from friends that, you know, I'm trying to get on board to buy a house. They tell me, oh, I don't want to be stuck down because I don't want to be tied down because I don't know if I even want to live in Salem in 5 years from now. Maybe I want to move to another country. And what I say is, when you buy a house, you really can't lose. Like, there's no downside. Honestly, there is no downside when if you do it in a smart way and you're smart about, you know, what you invest in, then I don't see the downside. Because say you buy a house today and in 3 years you're like, well, this opportunity came up in Africa and I want to move there, but I have a house, darn it. Like, there is no downside, because you could either A, sell it and make money depending on what the market's doing, or you could rent it out and make money, make passive income and keep it as a rental, and then when it's paid off, make even more money. Or you could, you know, rent it out until the market gets better, if you're in a buyer's market, not a seller's market, and then sell it when it's in a seller's market and make even more money. So there really is no downside. And I know I kind of went off on a little like tangent there and probably gave you more information than you needed, but that those are the three things that I always make sure buyers know, and those are basically the 3 points that I try to get across to buyers. So yeah, so this video is probably already too long. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you have questions for my next Q&A video, be sure to shoot me an email anytime. My email address is mariahvetras@bhhsrep.com. Be sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss anything, and I will see you guys in my next video.